Hi everyone. One of my patrons recently asked me for advice. She wanted to know how I managed to keep making art while having a baby or small kids at home. I'm not sure that my answer was the one she expected or what she wanted to hear, but I just told her the truth, and it gave me the idea for this week's video. I already had the process of this oil pastel painting of my son waiting for well over a month for me to come up with a topic for it, and I think this one is a good fit. It wasn't the first time that I've gotten this same question, so hopefully it can help somebody else too. I know it's even more of a niche topic and that not everyone will relate to it, so if you're here and that's your case, I hope that you can at least enjoy seeing the portrait coming together. The short answer to how I make time for art is that I really don't. I try, but I don't have much spare time to make art or to do anything really, so in order to achieve it, I have to make some sacrifices, and I have to be very diligent about how I choose to spend what little time I happen to get. It was way harder when I had my first, because as a first-time mom, everything is new and you have to adapt to all the changes, to the baby and to your new life, your new role as a parent, and yourself, because you are also different and feel different. Also, pregnancy and postpartum hormones are no joke, at least for me. So there are many changes. On top of that, my baby didn't sleep much, and I was breastfeeding every couple of hours, day and night. And he wouldn't allow to be apart from me for even a second, so showering was very stressful. At the time, I had hip-length hair, and I ended up cutting it quite short. I think that says a lot. Under these circumstances, not surprisingly, I made zero art for the first 6 months. Zero. I don't think I held a pencil. I wanted to do it, mostly because drawing and painting felt like me and a part of who I always knew I was when everything else was just new. I mean, like, making art was still a me thing and not just something for the new me, the mom. If that doesn't make sense, just I'm sorry about that. Not that there is anything wrong with that either, but I still wanted to feel like myself. I knew I'd be happy just to doodle whatever or whenever possible, so I came to the conclusion that getting an iPad would make it possible, because I could lay down with my baby during his naps, and I could draw on the iPad while he was asleep. And in my mind, that was a win-win situation, because he would get constant contact with mom, and mom would get to make some art. And I have to say, that iPad has been one of the very best investments I've ever made. I have used that tablet every single day since, and I still love it. Despite enjoying the iPad, every now and then I would try to sneak out of the bed and go paint with watercolors and eventually oils, but they had to be very simple and small things. For a while, the only things I was doing were these very tiny watercolor portraits, because, like I said, he didn't sleep for long, and he also seemed to have an extra sense that would detect exactly when I left or when I wasn't there, so digital doodling was a much easier choice, and if I was to do anything else, it had to be something simple, ideally quick, that I wouldn't mind to put down and continue later, or just to scrap it all together. And that's for nap time. I would say that around the year mark or so, it was when I began wanting to paint more and more things, and not just the easiest stuff. So I had to make some sacrifices, particularly when it comes to sleep. I slept little and woke up really early. I was up at 4:30 many days just to paint or work out until my baby woke up around 6. For the record, this is not something I necessarily recommend doing, and in fact, I don't recommend it because it's not a healthy thing to do, but For me, it helped mentally, so at least that. And I felt more accomplished, although I know that's silly because I was already taking care of a baby in a house full time with no help. And that is already doing enough, and it's not easy, no matter what some people may say. So I didn't really get any reasonable amount of time to paint until he started attending kindergarten when he turned 2. Even then it wasn't too regular of a schedule, and then later COVID hit and things closed and stuff. But my point is that I eventually got time again. I really did. The moral of the story is that time will pass and you'll get the chance to work on whatever you want at some point. You just have to be patient. This is one of those things that logically you know them, you understand them, but it's not until you experience it that you truly feel it. Time will pass and you just have to be patient. But the period that our kids are baby is really quite short, and it would be a shame to spend it worrying about how we don't get to do the things that we want to do, on quotation marks. I guess things can be overwhelming when you encounter them for the first time. And that's without talking about hormones, postpartum depression, or things like that. This second time around has been a lot different because I already knew what to expect and I knew what I was getting into. So even though I have a baby and an older kid to take care of, it has been a lot more chill overall. Putting baby's personality aside, I just know better how to react and how and what to prioritize. What's important, what's not, and how to maximize the time that I get. For example, making art is important to me, but it's not priority number one. So if I don't get to do it for a week or 2 or even a month, I'm okay with that. I know it will come. Also, there are more things that I want to do, like reading books and editing videos. And I usually get about an hour or an hour and a half a day, just one nap. So I have to choose wisely how to spend it. If I am editing, then I'm not painting and I'm not reading and I'm not doing anything else. If I'm painting, then I'm not doing the other things, etc. So 60 or 90 minutes are sacred and they are for me. I do not spend them doing chores or anything else, unless of course someone is sick or anything happens. That time is for me, ideally for working on whatever I choose to do. I do all the chores while the baby is awake. I do it with him, I've done it from the beginning, and I just do my best to make it fun for him and entertain him at the same time. That's now, because up until around the 9-month mark or so, I would always put him in the carrier and have him with me while I was doing all other things around the house, whatever needed to be done. And now I don't do it because he has to be moving constantly. Otherwise I would. I love baby carrying and it's just so handy and convenient. And if you like to paint standing up, it's also really great. That's how I finished one canvas when he was 3 or 4 months old. And I said finish because I didn't paint the whole thing, but I finished it. Like, I don't want it to make it sound like I was able to do so much, but I was able to do some things. And yeah, if you can, baby carrying, it's great. I've done it with both my boys from the time they were 1 month old until however long they allowed. Just to clarify, it's not like he was awake and then I would put him in the carrier and I would paint while he was just there. No, he had to be sleeping, so that was a sleeping time. But the carrier would make it easier for him to sleep longer, so I had more painting time. So yeah, while the chores, I did them while he was awake in the carrier. So that's my advice and my experience. Not an expert by any means, and I would love to know if you relate to it, and if you have any advice, please share it. I may still benefit from it, and someone else could as well. So feel free to let us know. At the moment, I don't get to paint much, and that's why I don't post more often. I don't know when my second will start kindergarten, if it will be when he turns 2 or 3, we will see, but regardless, it will come. And in the meantime, I just spend a lot of quality time with him, which is a lot more important. A big change I made was to deliberately consume a lot less media. I make less use of the internet in general and basically none of social media, excluding YouTube. Not that I really think of YouTube as social media anyway, but some people do. But no YouTube shorts. Short form content is a big no for me. If you start watching one video, you can find yourself 40 minutes later having watched video after video after video. And let's be honest, most of them are just plain stupid or pointless. And nap time is gone, so no thank you, I refuse. My son doesn't let me go anywhere near my desk, so I cannot draw while he's around and awake. But he doesn't mind me reading, so in those short moments when he's entertained by himself, I will grab my Kindle and read while I'm next to him. This alone, reaching for my Kindle instead of my phone, has allowed me to read many books in the last 3 months, many more than I thought even possible. It truly is unbelievable the amount of time we can waste on our phones during the course of a day or a week. I read a very good book called Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport, and I would totally recommend it if that's something you struggle with, and as it seems to me, a lot of people do. Most days I still don't sleep enough, but I sleep more than I did with my first. And sometimes I still stay late working on a project, but it's just because I want it and I feel like it, but very rarely past midnight. It's more common for me to wake up at 5 and start doing something. I don't have the correct answer or the answer, and I really hope that it's not coming across like I know or I have everything figured out, but I can only say to just try to have some balance and use the time you get wisely. And above all, just enjoy the baby or babies if you have multiple, because they really grow that fast. If you made it this far into the video, I hope you got something from it, even if it was just the painting process. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.